In today's episode, you're gonna see me do this.
There we go.
And you're gonna hear me say this.
Not playing around anymore.
And in the end, we're hoping to get this. Stick with us. Hey, welcome to No Gears, No Glory. Today's episode, we're gonna be working on our ATVs again. We're gonna attempt to put some tubes in these tires. I got some tires that keep going flat, they're just slowly losing air. I wanna throw some tubes in there instead of replacing the tires, more or less for fun. All right, here's an example of what I'm talking about. As you can see, the tire's a bit flat, or a lot flat, and this tire is a lot of the same, and on this one again a lot of the same, and the front wheel on that one a lot of the same. And then on our 400EX, again, this tire keeps losing air, and this tire is not so bad, but it definitely loses air as well. So what we're going to do is attempt to pull these tires off, de-bead one side of them, throw a tube in, fill it up, reset the bead, and have air that stays in the tire. All right, we got the lug nuts off. Now if we can just get this tire off. This one is stubborn. There we go. Little old-fashioned brutal engineering. All right, so we got that one off, and we got that one off. Now, got to figure out how we're gonna break that bead. Basically, you just have to break the seal around the rim of the tire. For those that may not know, the tires are meant to seal around the rim, and we have to break that seal, which traditionally is meant to not be easy. Here we go. Alright, so I just spent a large quantity of time, roughly about an hour, trying to get this wheel, the bead broken on here. I tried a couple different things. I tried using the jack method with a strap around the tire. Did not work. I've used that once before. Worked, but it took a while. And then, actually, I don't know if you can see it very well, I used the razor and a 2x4 that I put on the rim of the tire and drove up onto the bead, and that didn't do it. So finally what I did was use the back wheel of the GTI and drove up on it like that, and finally broke the bead. So I'll go ahead and set up the camera and I'll show you exactly what I did on the other tire. Okay, so basically I'm just going to get in the car, put it in reverse, and run over the tire. So that's basically what I did to break the bead. So now I gotta get the bead over the rim, and that way we can get the tube inside there. So now at this point we have the beads broken off the rim, and so now we just have to remove the stem. Basically these stems are gonna be no good because the tubes have their own stem. So we're just gonna cut ours off. In this particular case, a box cutter will do it right at the base. So what we want to do at this point is basically start, well, we're going to remove the screws from the valve so we can seat the valve in there. There's 2 screws that you're going to use to tighten the valve back into place. Then we'll start with the valve in the hole, and we'll work the tube all the way around. Sometimes baby powder helps work it around so it's a little bit smoother to work around the rubber. I went ahead and just popped the second side of the bead, so now the tire's loose on the rim all the way around. The reason I did that is there's some rocks inside this tire. Don't know how they got there, but they've always been there. And I don't want to put a tube in there and then fill it up and have it get punctured by the rocks that are existing in there. Okay, now that I've got the rocks out of there, let's pull the thorns that I just found out. Again, we want to go through the tire and make sure there's no more thorns or nails or anything sticking through, so we don't want to pop our new tube. So at this point, I think I've got the rim cleaned up, I've got the junk out of the tire. So now we can start working on putting the tire back and getting the tube assembled. So right now, I had to call it a day on this yesterday. Right now where I'm stuck at is I've got the tube inside the tire. Now we just got to get the stem through the stem hole, and then we'll end up having to fill it up and reseat the bead. Let's see if I can figure out where the stem is, and can I get it without pulling the tire off over the rim.
Not playing around anymore.
Okay. I got that done. Whew. Let's see if we can manipulate this into place. So basically all we're trying to do is get the stem where we want it, which we have it right here. So maybe, just maybe, there we go. All right. Now this is definitely not how we want to do this the next time around. So now we need our ring that goes on the interior portion of the stem. And I'll hold on to that from the underside. There we go. Okay. Here we go. All right. Put one on so we don't lose it. The stem. That seems like a good start. Can't believe that actually worked. All right. Now, just gonna put air in it. So at this point, all you have to do is put air in there. Now I warn you, you're gonna have to fill up the tires pretty full in order to seat the beads, and you'll know when they seat because you're gonna hear kind of a good pop. You're gonna hear two because it has to seat the bead on both sides. Let's see how this goes. Now once you have a reasonable amount of air in there, I recommend kind of bouncing the tire around a little bit and letting that tube kind of fill the space properly. And in this particular case, I'm going to actually let the air back out and refill it so it again fills the space more thoroughly, more properly. There's one. We still have to seat this one. Nice. That's two. And don't forget to let some of that air back out. Now, tire number 2. This time I'm going to take the Schrader valve out of the valve and let the air out come much quicker that way. Now, we're just going to fill the tire back up until the beads seat. And apparently we have a leak. So I punctured that too. Well, that sucks. That's the whole point of this whole exercise, was to fix that. But hey, at least you guys got to see how to do this. Now the air that's leaking could be air trapped inside of the tire, between the tube and the tire. Because it's stopped now. All right, well there she is, sitting on our floor again, and she rolls. I don't hear any more leaking of the air. I went ahead and loosened up the secure nuts that hold the valve in place, and when I did that, it kind of burped the tire, and the sound of leaking air went away. So I'm encouraged that these tires are good. Again, I'll come back and check it tomorrow afternoon, and if we have to do this again, we'll do it again. But I thought this would be a good video to show how you can do it at home. I will be doing the orange one next. As soon as I get those tubes in, they did not ship them to me as they were supposed to with these. And then I will be doing the 400EX as well. Front tires, no bueno. So there you have it. That's mounting a couple of ATV tires. That's a way to do it. I don't know if it's a good way to do it. You know, using the car to back over the tire to unseat the bead actually worked really well. You take out the Schrader valve and make sure all the air is out of it, and it actually worked really well in this particular case. Sure beat fighting the rim. Well, that's going to wrap up this one here at No Gears, No Glory. I appreciate you watching, and if you like the content I'm bringing to you guys, why don't you throw me a subscribe and gently massage that like button and ring that bell. That way you get notifications when new videos are coming out. I'm trying to do at least 1, if not 2 a week, and you know, we're going to keep them coming as you keep watching. Thanks a lot. You guys take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.